Fang! Fang!
Uh-oh. Let's take Fang back to our house.
Cold. So cold.
Fang, don't try to talk. You're not feeling well.
Cold. Mother. I'm still cold.
You're cold?
Mother. Don't leave me.
Fang, you need to rest.
I was there. At that tree in the rain. I could hardly breathe.
Was this a nightmare, Fang?
Not a dream. That day, it was raining. So cold.
He fell asleep. For once, he was speaking clearly, but what was he talking about? Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of My Time at Sandrock. Hope y'all are having a good day today. Okay, so Fang passed out this morning. Hopefully he's feeling better. I see Mian has not gotten to all of our barnyard animals. Wait, aren't these Mara's responsibility? Mara, come over here and pet the floppies. Hello, Brer Rooster. Hello, Brer Hen. Good morning, Gecko. Hi, Gecko. Hello, hello. Can you go get water for me, please? Good morning, Mara.
Hi.
Sandrock big. Let's see. Do I have something for you to play with today? How about a toy tin frog? Candy? I don't have any candy at the moment. Morning, Nemo. Hello, puppers. Hello, hello. Can you go get water for me, please? Thank you. Alright, let's send everybody else out. Because we are very low on water. Wilfred, water. Macchiato, water. Sasha, water. Banjo, water. Skipper, water. Artemis, water. Sarah, water. Isabel, water. And I don't think I can send anybody else out. I think that's our limit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. So our Starby can chill at home today. Hello, Yoodles. Hello, Zoodles. Hello, Oodles. Hello, Pooh. Alright, so, yes, did things going on in Sandrock this morning, and I can't get over the Akba. Whee! Okay. Alright, I think that's up. Nope, we gotta clear the barnyard. Alright, and that's that. Okay. So, let's see. Oh, that's why Mian isn't doing anything. She's out there talking to Nia. Okay. And Fang is still here. Alright. Lots of scrap. Mail. Trudy. Sandrock has made leaps and bounds in recent days, and it's all thanks to you and your great efforts for this town. I'm making a big announcement on the coattails of our great success tomorrow at 6 in front of City Hall. I think you'll be quite pleased with what's in store for us, so please be there. Alright, fireside tomorrow. Don't need that. Letter from Pablo. Cody, it is done. I have been toiling away tirelessly in the shadows creating my masterpiece. Come to my studio. Words cannot do it justice. Okay. Pablo's up to something. And gifts. From Danby. From Nia. And from Burgess. Yay, water! Thanks, Burgess. Alright. First things first. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's go see what these two are up to.
Look, there's the builder. Come join us. Mia needs your help.
I love how this is how you greet your husband. What kind of help?
Well, you know how I've been helping out at the moisture farm. But with the greenification of Sandrock almost complete, I'm going to have more free time. So, I was thinking, maybe it's time for me to start something of my own. I want to settle down in Sandrock, just like you have.
Okay.
But I'm still not sure what that something should be. Mian told me to follow my dreams and do what my heart desires. You know, I've always had a passion for tending to various plants in the garden since I was a kid. So,
You could breed some rare variety of plants for sale.
that's an interesting idea, but it might take time. Ooh, I could open a shop. But what would I sell? Gardening tools?
That's perfect. And you could also sell flowers. You know, I've always wanted to be a shop owner too. When I was a kid, I used to dream of opening a bakery or a florist shop. Funny how life turned out. I became a builder like the rest of my family. While I might not be skilled at growing plants, I love having them to decorate my house. I'm sure there are more people like me in Sandrock, and we don't have a store catering to that yet. So I think that's a brilliant idea.
I see. Selling flowers makes sense. It's easier than dealing with just gardening tools, which I have to import and find storage space for.
Or you could have
But
me
with
build them.
flowers, I can grow them myself. Perhaps Zeke would even let me use a plot in his moisture farm. But how can I afford to rent a shop? I know I could ask my family for support as a last resort, but I'd prefer to figure it out on my own.
We should find a location first.
You're right. Let's focus on finding a suitable location first. Unfortunately, it seems there's no space available on the main street. And if we set up too far from the town center, it might be inconvenient for people, especially if they want to buy those heavy gardening tools.
I have a balcony in front of my workshop that's currently free to use, but it's not big enough for a whole shop.
What if we just set up a flower display rack there?
Ah, a display rack with a canopy! That sounds about right. It'll look lovely on my balcony and provide some extra shopping space. By the way, I still have some extra funds left after donating to the Sandrock School, so I thought you could have it. You know, it's like an investment.
Thank you, but if I don't need to rent a storefront, I have enough saved for a flower stand.
But it's just that I'd really love to be a part of this. I mean, I told you I dreamed of opening a shop when I was a kid, and I wasn't joking. I just never got the chance.
Sounds like you two should go into business together.
That's why I want to invest in the business. I thought you could use some extra goals to order different flowers from other places and attract more customers. And I could help you with whatever you need help with. I kind of wish to run the business with you. Is that a possibility?
Ah, I see. Of course. I'd love to be business partners with you, Mian. It would be a dream come true for both of us.
Really? Thank you so much, Nia. Just tell me what you need me to do. While I may not be an expert in planting, I'll try my best. I'll even ask Zeke to teach me some techniques.
That's all right. We'll figure out the planting part together. First, let's come up with a name for our business. Even if it's just a few racks, it's our special place. Any ideas?
You're asking me? Me, who named my workshop Cody's Workshop. Naming isn't my thing.
I mean, naming isn't my thing either. My workshop wouldn't just be called Mian's Workshop if I'm good at it.
I mean, our workshop is called Cody and Mian's Workshop. Just call it the Florist Shop.
It's a little non-specific. Every other shop in town has a name. And we should have something special too.
Okay. Name it after yourselves?
I thought so too. I want the name to represent both of us in some way.
But Neon, Neon, they don't sound very catchy.
How about we put your name first? We could call it Minnie. Because it's small and cute. Plus, people will immediately know it belongs to you and me.
That's brilliant! I love it! How about Mini Botanica? It reflects that we sell not only flowers, but also plants and everything related to gardening.
It's settled then. Let's name it Mini Botanica. We have a name and a location. Now I need to prepare some flowers for sale. And of course, the flower display rack. Anything you can help with?
Good luck, ladies. Too many plates. I can build the display rack.
Oh, that would be so special. You two grew up together, and now you're literally helping Nia build her business.
I'm married to you and helping you build your business.
I'll help with growing the flowers. I'm not an expert, but I'll do whatever Nia asks me to do.
We grew a whole garden.
Don't worry, you'll get the hang of it in no time. Okay, I'll design a recipe for the display rack.
And I'll ask around and see what people want to buy from our shop and then get the flower seeds.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks for your help. We'll send you what you need tomorrow.
Okay.
Goodbye. See you soon.
Bye. Are you going home? I already took care of all the things. Alright, so we're waiting for a letter. What's going on in town this morning? Let's see. Oh, we had to go see Pablo and something at the Civil Corps? Alright, let me go grab commissions first. Commissions are here. I know how to do this. Already got that. Hopefully we have acacia wood. I should have canvas. Wow, that's it for commissions. Tea leaves. I think we have a few of those. Alright, so we need acacia planks. Yay, we have enough. Alright, we're working on that. And... might as well walk today. Morning, Grace.
Hey there. Howdy.
Mission accomplished, Cody. Sandrock looks beautiful. Even in my line of work, it's rare to get to say mission accomplished and actually mean it. So I definitely wanted to get it in there.
See ya.
Bye.
Howdy.
Morning, all. Here's your commission, Cooper. Alright, carry on, Burgess. Let's just hope he's not preaching about me.
Darling, you're here.
What do you need?
Oh? You've forgotten what we talked about? No matter. I guarantee when you see them, you'll leap at the opportunity to get involved.
I'm lost here, Pablo.
Remember these?
Ah! I'm back up to speed.
I designed 2 sets of clothing, some formal wear and swimwear. I've made more than 10 sets for each design.
Wow, these are beautiful.
The scene, a rapidly changing Sandrock. Blooming flowers, celebrations all around. The people, still dressed in their boring clothes. We need some aesthetics.
Okay.
We lack diversity. We need a breath of new, fashionable air.
Alright.
I never thought this day would come, but I finally think the time is right. I am going to put these on the catwalk.
Doing a fashion show?
Yes, a fashion show. As I was drawing them, I could picture it. The lights, the gasping faces, the stunning designs, and me at the back, needling the final touches on a hypnotizing piece.
Okay.
It will be a 2-day affair, each day focusing on one series. This was, I am hesitant to admit, in fact Trudy's idea. She was more than supportive and believed one day to simply be too short.
Okay.
Now, what else is needed? First of all, clothing production. I am but the designer. I do not possess the skill to create these magnificent pieces.
I do hope you're not asking me.
Ha! I can see your expression. No, I do not need you to make them.
Oh, thank goodness.
I have already asked Vivi,
All right.
and she has agreed to work with me.
She's fantastic clothing maker.
Now, the issue of the venue. Trudy believes that the show could bring in tourists and offered to host it outside the city hall. But the construction of the stage will be your piece de resistance.
Okay.
With Trudy's support, honestly, this has grown bigger than I could have imagined. I even have my models, and they love the designs.
Awesome.
Heidi's already made a diagram for you. You just need to make it and give it to me. That's not a problem, right?
Sounds like a lot of work. Of course, you can count on me.
You're quite the go-getter, aren't you?
That's me.
It's positively charming.
It's something.
Well, I just have to prepare the clothes, organize the order of the show, then, when you have built the stage, please give it to me.
Okay, you want me to just hand you a whole stage?
Believe me, Sandrock will soon be the cosmopolitan hub of the free cities.
I don't think either of us can just carry a stage. Pablo, wait! You're gonna need this. if you're
Impressive.
gonna be working
Thanks.
so hard. Okay. All right. We need a lot of stuff. Poplar wood. Where is poplar wood? Oh, I think it's in the Dead Sea. Okay. Let's see. Civil Core. Miguel.
I've been in contact with the Alliance Council, and I just can't in good faith recommend anything other than the full extent of the law. Transfer to the Atara maximum security prison. You betrayed us, and have shown no sign of remorse. I will contact the authorities and organize the transport.
I accept all punishment, Trudy, and will abide accordingly.
Then, I will keep you informed of the date of your departure. I just can't understand it. Why?
It's no excuse, but I did what I believed was right.
But this town, everyone living here, after all you did for us, everything you said in your sermons, you kept us safe. Your guidance. I even trusted you to teach my daughter. I thought you cared.
I truly do.
Please, don't give me that.
He's right, Duvos for life. Seriously, I'm half tempted to click it just to see what it says. No, you know, he was used, Trudy.
No. I was not used. I was betrayed. My actions were my own, and I am no one's puppet. I will face all the consequences with dignity.
Well, thank you for your cooperation.
You said that the water was a cover for their true intentions. I have been taken for a fool. This I realize now more than ever. I truly thought Duvos wanted the same thing as me, that they were on the right side of history. But their actions do not correlate to the proclamations they gave me. Recently, I have been grasping at something, anything, that would validate my actions since I have been in Sandrock. The more I searched, the more I came to only one truth. There was nothing. My handlers were simply telling me what they wanted me to believe. I must have been simply a diversion. If I could have pushed everyone out of Sandrock, then Duvos could excavate the ruins in secrecy. My arrest threw a proverbial wrench into the works, and it appears to have pushed their hand. I was then left to rot. They never cared about me. They never cared about my ideals. I was a fool.
How did you fall for all of this?
When I was of age, I left to study in Meidi. My family were believers in the light, and I dreamed of spreading the word. I always feared the day of calamity. Feared the light being extinguished once more. I quickly befriended Matilda. She was older than me, working as a tutor in the guided study sessions. I remember when I first met her, when I attended her session the first time. She was helping a group of students with their questions on faith. She was kind, understanding. Whenever I disagreed with the doctrine of the church, she listened. Later, I started to feel that the teachings were not enough.
What did you disagree with?
The Church of the Light has an unwavering trust in people above all else. It's the individual people that got the human race through the age of darkness. This is why you see Sandrock being somewhat loose with Age of Corruption technology. I am somewhat more pessimistic about human nature. Allowing humans freedom to pursue their vanities is what led to the day of calamity. Those around me in the church did not take the teaching seriously. Even the deacon. It was as if they had forgotten the sins of our forefathers. During my studies, I became depressed. I drifted further from the teachings, became isolated, and found myself more radical. Then, an agent from Duvos made contact. The things they told me, that Duvos would regulate technology. Everything I heard aligned with my beliefs. They wanted structure. They wanted to ensure no one else ever lost their lives. They wanted to ensure the safety of humanity. I see now in retrospect, Matilda used my grief against me. She was conditioning me. She must have told an agent of my wavering faith and guided their hand from the background.
How did Matilda use your grief against you?
While I was studying at Mady, my town was destroyed. I'm from Das. I'm a child of the lost city.
What happened at DOS?
Our existence was always a delicate balance. Being a town skirting the border of the peripheries, we were aware of the dangers, but largely went unbothered. As I went to study in Mady, I bid my hometown farewell, though kept in regular contact. It may surprise you, but I took part in many of the onboarding activities and was a strong advocate for the church school. It seems strange to reflect on that now. During my studies, Das was attacked by a creature from the peripheries. It happened overnight, without warning. Everyone in town was killed. My parents. My brother. You cannot imagine it. My entire town destroyed by a monster in the blink of an eye. Just thinking about what my people went through. It is truly harrowing. The depths of despair cannot comprehend what my family endured. I pray that it was quick.
I'm so sorry, Miguel. That's horrible. There's, no way to understand that.
When the news was announced at
through it.
school, I felt everyone's eyes on me. They were fixed, filled with an empty pity. I fell into a trance, simply glided through the halls, unable to process what had happened. I needed to talk, to confront it. Where were the Rangers or the Civil Corps? How did we not see it coming? How could the Alliance let this happen? The questions burned into my mind. I sought answers, but people avoided me, said I was too intense. Within a week, people were laughing again, enjoying themselves. They'd all forgotten already. Countless lives lost, yet they returned to their lives again as if nothing had happened. Everyone simply avoided me further, except for Matilda. She listened. I fell into the darkness. I sunk into the questions that were burning on my tongue. How could the Alliance let this happen? How are we allowing the sins of our forefathers leave us in ruin? How could the Free City simply abandon us? I expected a rescue. I expected the Rangers to search and destroy that monster from the peripheries, but no. They saw it as a lost cause and moved on. My family were not even buried. They were left there for the wilds to consume. It was then that my heart was blackened to the Alliance, that my thoughts started to drift. I was vulnerable. I was lost. I was found by Matilda and led astray. She would encourage me to think independently, to question myself. She said my fears were valid, and that I was a fiercely independent thinker. And while she did not agree with me, she valued my beliefs. I now believe she was taking note of my doubts, and behind closed doors crafting a narrative that reciprocated my beliefs. A narrative she then passed on to handlers. It was no mere coincidence that I was sold a beautiful vision of Duvos. I should have seen this sooner, but I was blinded by their words. It answered all of my questions.
So everything you believed about Duvos turned out to be lies.
It appears so. All that I took for Duvos ideals were simply my own being reflected back to me. In that light, what I have done to Sandrock is unforgivable. It is only now that the blinds have been pulled back. I must face my actions head on. I still believe that we as a species need to control our desires to pursue unfettered technology. Loss must not happen again. However, that does not excuse what I did. I have wronged the people of this town and the free cities. I must accept penance for my actions. I must take this as a time for personal growth. Thank you for coming to see me on this time.
Wow, there's a lot to unpack there. Okay, commission? Unsure. Commission.
Thank you. I've never been to a fashion show before. Think if I gave Wilson a little hat and sunglasses, he'd win?
Maybe in Best Dressed Rock category. Even moss grows on a rolling stone, eventually.
Be seeing ya.
Okay, bye. Oh, okay. I'm not even sure where to start with Miguel. First of all, how absolutely horrible. I mean, can't even imagine. You know, you go away to school and your entire family, not just your entire family, your entire town, your entire world is wiped out in the blink of an eye. Yeah, and I can't even imagine the grief that would go along with that. Yeah, and obviously, you know, knowing what we know of Matilda, you know, she certainly found a way to exploit that, you know, to her own ends. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, the decisions he made land squarely on his shoulders. But you can see where he was manipulated, lied to, you know, fed things that fueled his grief and his anger, you know, and made him into. It feels trivial to call him a pawn, but that's, I mean, essentially what they did to him. You know, they used strong emotions to be able to wield him as a tool to achieve their ends. You know, I mean, and it's evil, and unfortunately evil exists, and there are people who will use anything they can to achieve their ends. Obviously we saw that, you know, in Matilda and Penn and Duvos. Is this Poplar? Okay, good. Yeah, we're gonna grab the waste while we're here too. We could get an army of Starbies. That might get a little tiresome after a while. Alright, more trees. But yeah, you know, it's hard not to feel for him and what he went through. You know, obviously it doesn't excuse his actions, but it seems like, you know, it does seem like he's trying to take accountability for what he did. You know, and Trudy said he showed no signs of remorse, but it kind of sounds like he maybe is. You know, realizing he was lied to by Duvos and the things that he did because of those lies. Can we get through here? There we go. Okay. Let's see here. I need more trees. There's one. Um, and so then, his beliefs about the church and humanity and all of that, it's the discussion to have because, obviously, technology of the age of quote-unquote corruption, led to the Day of Calamity, led to the world being, almost destroyed. Charity? There you are. Let's see here. Do I have enough poplar? That's not the inventory. Playing too many different games right now. Poplar wood. 69. That should be enough. But let's see. Oh, there's some more nano waste over here, so we'll grab that. The thing about giving people freedom is that, they can use it for good, they can use it for evil. And do we restrict freedom on the chance that people can do evil, but then restrict the good that people can do in the world? And I think it's a risk that you have to take. Evil is always going to exist, but I like to believe that good is always going to come out of the darkest situations and will win in the end. We're going to have to fight this. Yep. Okay. Because, you look at, you look at what Miguel believed. He was led to believe that, Duvos was going to, help with his beliefs that, Age of Correction technology should be controlled. And the problem is when you give government control of things, they can absolutely turn around and use that against people, which is exactly what they did. They were using Age of Corruption technology for their own ends, to gain power, to gain land. And look where it ended. On the other side of that, we've used technology that we have found here to bring Sandrock back to life, and restore a town that was on the brink of extinction. And that's because, we did have the freedom to choose. And we chose to use it for good, and we fought against the bad. So, I certainly can see, in anger and grief where, you latch on to something. And yeah, sometimes hard decisions have to be made. The Alliance decided it wasn't worth going after the creature. It wasn't worth risking, people's lives for something, when the town was already gone. And that's a horrible thing to say. And of course, you never know if, poplar wood board. I feel like we don't have... Oh, there it is. Okay. How many do I need? I think 6. Why don't we make 10? Alright. Petrified wooden stake. I don't know if we have... Where? Petrified wood to sticks. Okay. We can make 4. How many more do I need? 1. And we also need a windproof... That's the cooking station. We need bristles. Okay. Where do we get bristles from? Everybody's home. But yeah, you know, you have to consider, you know, a town on the peripheries. And I don't know my geography well enough to know, you know, how far apart these towns are, you know, but obviously a creature that can wipe out an entire town, and you have to imagine a town on the peripheries is not without, you know, people who can work to defend it. Hugo, commission.
Thank you.
I remember when Heidi came back to Sandrock on the train from Atara. I didn't know whether to shout or whether to cry with joy. I told her not to give up all her opportunities there to be back with us. It's good to be wrong sometimes, Cody. It's good to be wrong.
So long, partner.
Alright, was that all commissions done? Yes, okay. So, bristles. We could just go commission it, and not have to worry about it. Let's see here. Okay. Items. We need bristles. And let's do sure, let's do 4 tours. Let's just do 5 and then we'll be good for a while. Okay. Yeah, you know, and something you have to consider like that, you know. Okay, yes, there was one creature that wiped out a town on the peripheries, but there could be more out there. You know, and... What am I coming out here for? Petrified wood. Which there might not be any, because we did come out here not long ago to chop things down. Yeah, and it does look like those are gone. So, we'll have to come back. Oh, there's this, and this might be enough to get me what I need. No petrified wood. Okay. Alright, well, we might have to save that for tomorrow. But yeah, you know, it's easy to look at something like that, you know, the Alliance, which, you know, has many cities that they have to guard, and a large area, and it's easy to look at that and say, well, they don't care, so, you know, obviously they don't care about anyone, you know, which, you always have that question with governments, do they really care about their citizens, or do they care about their power? You know, but you can see in Miguel's case how he believed that no one cared about him, no one cared about his family, no one cared about what happened, and then Matilda comes along and says, no, we care, and, you know, we understand you don't like this technology, which, you know, it's a little bit of a logical fallacy there, because, you know, he's blaming the technology, you know, for what happened to his town, but it really sounds like it was just a freak accident, you know, and you could make the argument that maybe more technology would have helped matters, but, yeah, it's a lot to think about. All right, we should check on Fang? No, is he still here? Okay, no, he has gone back home. That's good. Well, we should probably go check on him, but it is late, so maybe we'll let him rest, and We'll check on him tomorrow. I have no more petrified wood. I don't feel like going all the way out there tonight, so I don't think we'll do that. We do have a knowledge point, which I guess we're going to put into kicking trees. Sure. We'll kick trees. That sounds good. Okay. Are you stargazing? Hi.
I thought my dream of running a shop was forever lost once I became a builder. But here we are. It's just like Moss said. Give your all every day so you can seize those once-in-a-lifetime opportunities when they come your way.
Yep.
If I hadn't worked hard as a builder, I wouldn't have the money to invest in Nia's idea. And I wouldn't be a shop owner now.
Whoops. Didn't mean to turn that off.
I knew Pablo was quick with the scissors, but I didn't expect him to be so good with the needle too.
Is there such a thing as fate? If Martel never found this place, it never would have been settled. If Mort had never found Martel, this place never would have been restored. It seems like both of them were tied to this place somehow. Yep.
See ya!
Okay. Let's see. We should have water now. Water. There we go. And then we can probably make a little more. Oh, we can make a lot more. Yay, okay. All right. Okay. That was a lot to unpack today. And I don't know that I said everything that I wanted to say, but yeah, just to say, Miguel's been through a lot. And so have we. But I think that's where we are going to call it for today. So thank you all so much for watching. See ya real soon.